Hello everybody. When looking things up, well, this one was on Facebook. Look, the swastika is all those religions. The swastika is part of all those religions. And as it's been poo-pooed because of the Germans, what do you think that means then? Look, Celts, Christian, all of them, look. Even Hopi. Jewish, Japanese, Aztec. Look at them all. Just look at them all. Anyway, we're moving on. I thought that was a bit crazy. And then, well, it is, isn't it? There's this map. Right. You know me. The other day, I brought up my map. And what I was saying was, it was kind of like a butterfly or a turtle, I said. And this might not be quite right because, you know, you always have to remember how the light comes in. England is only 4 hours from Brazil and it goes on, but it's something more like this. Then comes this map. It says it was used by the Royal Air Force in 1961. And there it is, a butterfly. Yeah, I had Australia here, I had Africa here, I had South America here, and that put Alaska up there. But they've got it like this, and when you look at this, obviously the Queen owns the Pitcairn Islands, and there's some land missing, isn't there? Well, maybe it really is missing, sunk, or they're not telling us that there's land here. Could be over here a bit more. Yeah, well, the Queen, the Queen, the Queen, and the Queen. And that leads me on to the next bit, which we'll see in a minute. I mean, yeah, Russia doesn't look so big there. Anyway, so the next bit was, this is how they make the Union Jack up. Do you see what I mean? British, 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 and there's got to be whatever it is there. Do you see how the Union Jack is made? With all the countries that are owned. And, you know, Jamaica, let's have a look. Let me go back. This. Right. Let's go back. I want the map. I want the map. Come on, map. Where's Jamaica? I suppose that Jamaica would be in that lot there. And what it is it's on a cross. Look, I'll show you. They are on the crisscross. And there's the crisscross from the Union Jack. Yes, it's a different colour. Still almost, you know, it's a part of that flag. Yes. Anyway, it has to be like that because I already know England's lying on its side and it pushes everything else round. So, you know, it could be that map. And then, of course, those are the Pitcairn Islands that the Queen owns. I mean, they are quite a long way away. I mean, I think it's about 5 days in a boat. I think you can fly there, but the Queen owns them. And they're on, well, they're in, Christian said it's like a 4-leaf of clover, butterfly. Yeah. Anyway, not that many people live there. They came off one of the old ships. But then it leads, oh, wait a minute, we're going to stop here. Then it leads me on to this place. So anyway, so the Queen owns the Pitcairn Islands. So there you go on that one. Part of the butterfly thing or whatever it is, Union Jack. And then we come to this place. It's now a ghost town. It's called Villa, whatever that is, however you say it. Whatever it is, sorry. Anyway, there it is. Now, supposedly the dam broke. The water came in. This has been underwater for about 25 years, and then the water started to recede. Right? Do you notice something that's wrong though? I'll give you 5 seconds to see what's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All these buildings are brick. All of them. And these are wood. And all the wooden poles are up and all the brick buildings are down. Now they said it was a dam. Was it a cold fusion weapon and then they were flooded? Oh, who knows? Because there is a man that lives there and he doesn't see it that way. He sees the water came in. He doesn't see that anything was destroyed like that. He thinks it's the water that's done it. But on the other hand, how could all these be there? I'm sorry. The wooden, if all the buildings have collapsed due to everything, the poles aren't going to, wooden poles are not going to stay up, are they? Anyway, and the other thing, which I've got stuck into a few things lately. It's mines and the towns have gone, or we're talking of a brine water, a salty sea, you know, like the Dead Sea. This was the same, just like at the Salton Sea in California, and then of course that town is destroyed. When you see some of the trees, it looks like this place has been poisoned as well, but it could be that the water's so salty that that's what's happened to anything around. Any erosion on it is due to the really salty water. But again, it's another saltwater town destroyed. This one is Argentina. So you can read any of that if you want. I'm just like, oh, for God's sake. These things aren't being destroyed because they've been in wars. They've just been destroyed. There you go. Compared to the Dead Sea. So this was another, replenishing place. Wow, just absolutely wow. Didn't go that long ago either. You know, we think that all these things are totally in our past. They're not. Anyway, yeah, you can read that. I think I've left that on there long enough. Yeah, we're moving on now. Okay, that's kind of stayed, but the tree stayed, but all the buildings have collapsed one way or another. Which just crazy. Come on. Come on. It's all crazy. So it's not just America or Scotland that have lost towns. This is Argentina. And we did that place next to... What's that on the Black Sea? Next to Georgia, under Russia. That place. That was in my video the other day. Here he is. He said it had healing qualities. And the tourists brought their horses from racecourses to cure them. They obviously didn't like the people healing themselves, did they? That's what this is about. They didn't want the people healing themselves. There was once water here where the salt is. So I think he just means there was salty water. They don't want the people to heal themselves. That's what it is. You know, this resort would get the money because they've got the salty water. Oh no, now you've got to buy medication. I can't quite work out how big it was. But there was a place people went. We didn't think it would be too bad. We thought the dam would hold and the lake would recede. But it didn't for 20 odd years. And then all the buildings are destroyed. I mean, I don't think it's on a sea, I think it's on a lake. But the dam broke. But I mean, look, there's the poles up. That's just impossible. There's no buildings. All the buildings have collapsed. But the poles are up. That cannot be. It cannot be. You cannot have that. That has been destroyed. You know, we've seen this before. How is the wood up and the buildings down? That is... Come on, everybody. That's crazy. Anyway, that's my video. I'm just going to add a little bit about the Salton Sea, because that was another place that's been destroyed. But thanks for watching. Down bus in the mud. That's bizarre, isn't it?
It is.
1 second, Amy, as I move around. Yeah, it almost looks like we're in another place altogether.
Yes.
It doesn't even look that nice. I don't imagine that. I thought California had places like this in it.
I know. I wouldn't have thought either. I think I was reading that they even use these places to film horror movies and stuff, like about
Yeah, I'm not surprised, Amy.
I know.
1 second, Amy. I'm just going to do this picture to show them this one. It says Bombay Beach is a resort that went broke. There was no attempt to remediate the homes that went bust, and a few people still live there. It sits on the receding, obviously, it's getting smaller and smaller, the water, isn't it? That's what's happening. Did you know that, Amy?
No, I didn't know it. No, not till today when we were making this. I never even knew about it.
No, neither did I. Should we have a look at the video? There's a video to this. We're gonna look at it. Hang on. Well, Amy and I were looking this up because it's just so bizarre to think that, you know, this place is vacated. Amy, explain what you were just telling me.
Yes, I was saying that people who go visit there, the smell is overwhelming. They can't stand it because of the like rotting marine life, and I think even something to do with the salinity, the salt in the water. It's just a really bad smell. So that would contribute to the reason why it's abandoned, because the smell is horrible.
It's really weird. We get the Dead Sea, and that's very salty. No one complains of the smell. Everybody carries on. You kind of got like the Dead Sea here. Everybody's complaining. Everybody's left, and it just looks like